Hello and welcome. This is 6 p.m. live on India Today. I am Ankit Tyagi. Let's take you straight to our top story. The big developments that are taking place in Mandsaur in Madhya Pradesh, where 5 farmers lost their life after police fired at them. All right, 2 days of unrest and 5 farmers killed as Mandsaur burns netas swoop in. Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi para-dropped and stages a massive political spectacle. Evades cops, forces his way in an attempt to enter Mandsaur and is arrested. Then a deal is struck for him to meet the farmers. It is political theatre at its best. Development number 2. India Today gets you the inside details of exactly what triggered the firing at Mandsaur that killed 5 farmers. Farmers' protest turned ugly as about 1,000 farmers approaching a CRPF bus got fired at. Protesting farmers then approached the police station where 4 others were killed. It's an India Today exclusive. And now let's take you through the development 3. After 2 days of unrest, in fact, after 8 days of protest and 2 days of unrest, Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, finally promises complete action against those fueling unrest in a massive jibe at the Congress. Is the Madhya Pradesh government acting too late, and that too after pressure? Well, Mandsaur is burning, and instead of probing who killed Mandsaur farmers, netas have now swooped into the strife-torn state. Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi starred in a series of VVIP high-handedness as Rahul not only arm-twisted his way in an attempt to enter Mandsaur, but staged a high-voltage political theatre where he was later arrested and struck a deal with the cops in Madhya Pradesh to get bail and meet the family of the farmers, those who were killed in the protest. Take a look at how netas are planning dirty politics over the farmers' issues.
Netas on a bike trying to evade cops, forcing their way into Mandsaur. If you think this is a scene straight out of a movie, take a second look. That's Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi, seated behind Sachin Pilot. This is Rahul's latest stint of para-drop politics. With over 1,000 policemen deployed by Shivraj Singh Chauhan's BJP government, Rahul's political stunt was soon stalled, and then the champion of histrionics put up a show of the highest form of VVIP arrogance.
नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने हिंदुस्तान के सबसे अमीर लोगों का 1,50,000 करोड़ रुपया माफ किया है। किसानों का माफ नहीं कर सकते, किसानों को सही रेट नहीं दे सकते, किसानों को बोनस नहीं दे सकते, किसानों को मुआवजा नहीं दे सकते, किसान को सिर्फ गोली दे सकते हैं, गोली।
But the Madhya Pradesh police was in no mood to allow Rahul's tourism politics to take center stage. Coming down with an iron hand, Team Raga was soon taken into preventive custody.
In anticipation of breach of peace, he has been arrested because the 144 is here and the curfew is in Mandsaur, so he has been arrested.
But Team Raga was not deterred, denying all allegations of a photo op.
हम सिर्फ यहाँ आए हैं कि जो किसान इस बर्बर गोली कांड के चलते इंतकाल जिनका हो गया है, उनके परिवार से मिलने आए हैं.
This smacks of political opportunism on your account.
Opportunism. When people have been killed, when farmers are agitating, farmers are not aligned to any political party. They are agitating for their rights. We support the agitation, a peaceful agitation.
Team BJP did not want to take it lying down. Far from the political arena of Mandsaur, BJP issued a stern warning.
My strict warning to Rahul Gandhi, the inquiry that has been ordered will bring out the real truth of the Congress party.
Meanwhile, CM Shivraj Singh Chauhan seemed far removed from the political theatre staged by his party and the Congress scion, singing a bizarrely diversionary tune. The CM said that his government is working for the humble kisan.
मेरी सरकार किसानों की सरकार है, जनता की सरकार है.
As Mandsaur is turned into a political arena, netas swooping in and out, all eyes have once again shifted from the farmers' cause to the antics of our netas. Once again, farmers are dying and netas are busy playing politics. With still no answer on who killed those 5 farmers, is India truly not a country for farmers? Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, India Today has a question. Well, India Today asks, anti-BJP front. Is anti-BJP front, their only job is to encash over the Kisans' woes? This is what we are here asking at India Today. All right, joining me on the broadcast to discuss this issue much in details is R.P. Singh, National Secretary of the BJP, and Nasir Hussain. He is the spokesperson of the Congress Party. Welcome both the gentlemen here on the broadcast. Let me come to you first, Mr. Nasir Hussain. Rahul Gandhi going there, para-dropping is what most people are calling it, on an issue, on a day when the fire in Mandsaur has not been, completely doused. There is violence in the adjoining districts. What was the need? Rahul Gandhi himself is SPG protected. You wanted to meet the farmers. You want to take up their issue. Very well. Take it up after a couple of days. Let the law and order situation first be controlled.
So in a democratic country like India, any leader of any opposition party or maybe the ruling party, they are well within their rights to go and meet the protesters, to go and meet the agitators, to go and console the grieving families of those people, those who were shot dead by the cruel Madhya Pradesh police. They are well within their rights, and what he wanted, he was not joining any protest. He just wanted to go and meet the families of the people, those who were shot dead.
Mr. Hussain, I'm sorry, I don't like to interrupt, but I have to on this. The politicians can be well within their right to go and meet anybody, but they are not under any sort of a privilege to go and break the law. Section 144 has been imposed. The situation is on the boil. You can't say that because I'm a politician, I'm allowed to go and meet and I will not follow any other law. Nobody else is also allowed there. It's a curfew. Why should Rahul Gandhi be given a special treatment?
Please allow me to speak. Nani, please. See, if you understand that in a curfew 3 people can go, he said that he will go with 2 of his companions. He said that he will either go by walk or he will go by motorbike. He didn't want it. He was not joining any protest there. He was not going there with the crowd. He requested that he will just go and meet the families of the people those were shot dead, and then only 3 people will go.
Mr. Sen, what bizarre argument are you giving, sir? He is an SPG protectee. Of course, he cannot go with 2 people. There is a full paraphernalia of the security that goes with him. I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back to you on this as well. But let me also get in R.P. Singh. R.P. Singh at this point. R.P. Singh.
Please allow me to complete. Don't speak. Please allow me to speak. Please allow me to complete.
Sir,
please allow me to complete.
Carry on. 10 seconds to you. Carry on. Make your point. Make your point quickly.
As an SPG, yeah. See, no law in this country prohibits the SPG protectee, even when there is an 144, to leave behind his SPGs. So he was well within his rights to go with the SPG and along with 2 people, even if there is a curfew.
Well, I completely disagree with that, but that's your point of view, and the people will have to decide on that. But let me also bring in R.P. Singh at this point. Mr. Singh, the question that I would like to ask you is, you may say that Rahul Gandhi is trying to score political brownie points. What was the government of Madhya Pradesh doing? And please don't give me an answer by saying Shivraj Singh Chauhan's government is a pro-farmer government. It is not visible on the ground. The way your entire government in Madhya Pradesh has behaved, your home minister comes out, even before an inquiry says that these are goons who were fired upon, they were indulging in violence, they are not even farmers. It is not a sign of a sensitive government, sir.
Okay, let me start with this. I accept that there was some goof up at the beginning where the Home Minister should have gone into more detail before issuing the statement. But even then, I mean, who allows Mr. Rahul Gandhi to go and aggregate the situation there? I mean, if he goes there, is he going alone? I mean, even if he's going with 3 people, there will be more congressmen who will join him there at the point, and then who will stop, and he says he doesn't need SPG. I mean, tomorrow something goes wrong with Mr. Rahul Gandhi. The agitator comes and hit him or do something wrong to him, then who is responsible? Then you will say, oh, the state government couldn't protect him. And also, do you remember Bhatta Prasal? I mean, he went there, did he, in May 2012, did he went there again after that? It's just a photo op. And did he went to Beetul when 24 people were killed by same Madhya Pradesh government, when Digvijay Singh was the chief minister, asking for increase in MSP? He never went there then. It's just a photo op.
Mr. Singh,
and then
Mr. Singh and Mr. Hussain,
just to score a, now I'm saying, it's just the opportunity, score a brownie point. I mean, he could have waited for a few more
Mr. Singh,
days.
Mr. Hussain, that is the problem. That becomes the basic problem on most of the issues. We are not talking about the farmers, those who are affected. We are not talking about what should be done for those farmers. We are talking about Rahul Gandhi trying to enter. We are talking about Madhya Pradesh government, which has been sleeping for the last 8 days. And suddenly, after all this political drama, 5 farmers being killed, Shivraj Singh Chauhan comes out and says that my government is pro-farmers. But let me just once again get Mr. Hussain on this. Mr. Hussain, more than this one-day paradrop visit of Rahul Gandhi, where have been your Congress senior leaders of Madhya Pradesh? Mr. Kamal Nath was in Delhi, Digvijay Singh in Delhi, Mr. Scindia is nowhere to be found. So for a party which claims to be the champion of farmer issues, it doesn't seem that in the last 8 days you have provided them a proper platform, a proper support. It's only now that it is being spoken in the media. Okay, Rahul Gandhi, I'm just getting some breaking news. Rahul Gandhi has met the family of those farmers. Let's just listen in what Rahul Gandhi has said after meeting them.
और इनके साथ 2 मिनट में रहना चाहता था। किसान को आज हिंदुस्तान में सरकार बिल्कुल भूल गई। सही दाम नहीं मिलता है, कर्जा माफ होता है तो हिंदुस्तान के सबसे अमीर 50 लोगों का होता है। 1,10,000 करोड़ रुपया उनका माफ हुआ। इनके पास भी कर्जा है, ये अपना खून पसीना देते हैं, पूरे देश को भोजन देते हैं, मगर इनका 1 रुपया माफ नहीं हो सकता। ये क्या न्याय है? तो इन्होंने 2-3 चीजें मांगी हैं। कांग्रेस पार्टी और मैं इनकी पूरी मदद करेंगे। कर्जा माफी का मुद्दा है, सही दाम देने का मुद्दा है, और यहाँ इन पर जो गोली चलाई गई है, जिन लोगों ने इन पर गोली चलाई है उन पर कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए, क्योंकि ये नॉर्मली प्रोसीजर होता है कि पहले आप टीयर गैस यूज करेंगे, फिर अगर आप गोली चलाएंगे तो जमीन में गोली चलाएंगे, हवा में गोली चलाएंगे, अंत में व्यक्ति पे गोली चलाई जाती है। और इनके ऊपर सीधे सीने पे गोली चलाई गई। कोई वार्निंग नहीं दी गई, कोई टीयर गैस नहीं, कोई पानी नहीं, कुछ नहीं। तो ये बिल्कुल गलत है और पूरी की पूरी कार्रवाई होगी। आखिरी बात, इन्होंने कहा है कि शहीद का दर्जा मिलना चाहिए, ये भी मांग है, तो कांग्रेस पार्टी इनकी पूरी मदद करेगी। क्या सरकार ने जानबूझ के रोकने की कोशिश करी? क्योंकि आप पहले भी मिलना चाह रहे थे। मैं कुछ ही दिन पहले मैं उत्तर प्रदेश गया। उत्तर प्रदेश में मुझे रोका गया, बॉर्डर के अंदर नहीं जाने दिया, कहा कि भैया हरियाणा से आप नहीं जाओगे आगे। कहा जा रहा था कांग्रेस बीजेपी यहाँ पे मध्य। मैं आपको बताता हूँ, मैं आपको बताता हूँ कंट्रोवर्सी। मैं कांग्रेस पार्टी का वाइस प्रेसिडेंट हूँ। यहाँ पे लोगों पर गोली चलाई गई। सरकार ने कहा कि गोली हमने चलाई ही नहीं, सरकार ने झूठ बोला। मैं इनके पास सिर्फ मिलने आया हूं, गले लगने आया हूं, और इनको यह आश्वासन देना चाहता हूं कि मैं आपके साथ खड़ा हूं। इसमें क्या कंट्रोवर्सी, आप मुझे बता दो। क्या मैं हिंदुस्तान का नागरिक नहीं हूं? क्या मैं मध्य प्रदेश में नहीं जा सकता हूं? क्या मैं उत्तर प्रदेश में नहीं जा सकता हूं? मैं आरएसएस का आदमी नहीं हूं? क्या इसका मतलब है कि मैं मध्य प्रदेश, उत्तर प्रदेश, बाकी प्रदेशों में नहीं जा सकता हूं?
बीजेपी लेकर कहती है ये फोटो अपॉर्चुनिटी।
क्या फोटो अपॉर्चुनिटी है? फोटो अपॉर्चुनिटी क्या है? मैं तो मिलने आया हूं उनसे। अगर आपने मुझे जाने दिया होता, मैं मिल के आ जाता। आपने इनको कष्ट दिया, क्या जरूरत थी? बिल्कुल पार्लियामेंट में उठाएंगे, बिल्कुल। 1 करोड़ रुपए देने। मैं आपको बताता हूँ, देखिए मैं आपको बताता हूँ, उत्तर प्रदेश में, मध्य प्रदेश में, राजस्थान में, तमिलनाडु में, पूरे देश में किसान चिल्ला रहा है, रो रहा है, चिल्ला रहा है। ठीक है, सच्चा सवाल यह है, बीजेपी की सरकार के पास लाखों करोड़ रुपया पड़ा हुआ है। वो उस पैसे को सिर्फ अपने 50 मित्रों को देना चाहते हैं। मैंने उत्तर प्रदेश में पूरा दौरा लगाया था, किसान यात्रा, और दबाव बनाकर वहां पे हमने कर्जा माफ कराया है, और यहीं भी हम दबाव डालेंगे, पूरे हिंदुस्तान में दबाव डालेंगे जब तक ये कर्जा माफ कराएंगे। धन्यवाद।
That was Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi, in fact, speaking after he met the family members of the farmers, those who were killed in the firing by the police in Mandsaur, saying that it's not a photo opportunity. He just wanted to come and meet, and there wouldn't have been any controversy if he was allowed to meet with India today. Now, before I go to my guest, let me just quickly cut across to my colleague Preeti Chaudhary, who is joining us from Mandsaur. She has been there since yesterday, tracking all the developments there on the ground. Preeti, if you can hear me, Rahul Gandhi has come, met, there has been politics over it. We have seen the kind of drama throughout the day today. But what I want to ask you is, what is happening to the farmers? Is there anything changing as far as the farmers are concerned? Are they happy with what the government has announced, and are things coming back to normalcy there in Mandsaur?
All right, Ankit, the very latest coming in from Mandsaur, of course, things have returned back to normal. The curfew was lifted for 2 hours this evening, but politics has clearly taken over. And today, Mandsaur stands testimony to political opportunism, both sides, mind you, from the BJP and the Congress. Are the farmers happy? No, not quite. What has happened in the last 24 hours? One, yes, minimum support price has been given where onions are concerned, so one of their demands is met. Two, the collector and the SP involved in the firing. First, at least an admittance by the Home Minister of Madhya Pradesh has come on record, where at least they have officially admitted post the judicial inquiry that firing in fact did take place, and those bullets were fired by the Madhya Pradesh police. And at the back of it, the collector and the SP being fired. So second, that was their demand. That has also been met. Unprecedented compensation, 1 crore. But like I said, it's political opportunism at play. I want to bring in Supriya Bhardwaj is with me. She's been tracking Rahul Gandhi. Supriya, you were here. A lot of people, especially the BJP, calling it, tragedy tourism as well. What is Rahul Gandhi doing? He met these people. What did he promise, and what is his game plan now? Is there anything to do with Madhya Pradesh, or is it just you come one day, you para-drop yourself with your leaders, you go and meet the victims, and then you're gone?
Well, Preeti, as far as this entire episode is concerned, it seems that the Mandsaur is just the epicenter. And what has happened now is that Rahul Gandhi here also has said that it is not just Madhya Pradesh, but even it's in Maharashtra, Rajasthan, and even people from Tamil Nadu to northeast who are actually suffering. The farmers are suffering, and they are going to raise this issue in the parliament and across the country. So this is a big statement coming in. As far as his political opportunism and photo opportunity is concerned, he said, what is wrong in it? Can't I come and meet the people? Do I not have a right to come and meet these people? Interestingly, it seems that the opposition has a bigger game plan. We have seen Sharad Yadav coming in. We are hearing the other opposition leaders might be coming in. So it seems that it is BJP versus rest, and the issues will this time being raised will be related to farmers, soldiers, and finally the labour class.
All right, Ankit, before we hand it back to you, so that's the interesting development. 12th June is when Hardik Patel is also joining in the protest. Now the Patidar vote bank here, traditionally BJP, now shifting. JDU leader Sharad Yadav also came in today with Rahul Gandhi. So a symbiotic political alignment on the back of the farmer issue, but caught in this crossfire is the farmer, Ankit, because let's look at it. Rahul Gandhi para-dropped himself with his leaders. One whirlwind visit, he's gone. The farmers here still have nothing.
Well, farmers there have nothing. Preeti, I just request you to stay on. We're just coming back after a very short break. We also have Mr. R.P. Singh and Mr. Nasir from the Congress to talk more, joined by Mr. R.P. Singh of the BJP and Nasir Hussain of the Congress. Mr. Hussain, before we cut into the soundbite of Mr. Rahul Gandhi, my question to you, sir, is that is this para-drop Rahul Gandhi visit one-off, or does the Congress have a plan for farmers across the country? Are you only looking at it as an issue of Madhya Pradesh where elections are due, or is the Congress now largely going to do something their leaders will be seen on the ground with the farmers more often?
See, I think before getting into a break, Ankit, you asked me about where our leaders were. I should remind you that the former member of parliament from Congress from Mandsaur, Miss Meenakshi Natarajan, was all along there, and she was arrested already. I think yesterday or day before yesterday she was arrested. All local Congress leaders were there. Only when these people were shot, farmers died, then the national leadership had to step in. And I want to give a short rebuttal to Mr. R.P. Singh. See, he was speaking that he was telling that Rahul Gandhi could have gone after 3-4 days or 4-5 days. See, after Saharanpur incident where the Dalit bastis were burned down, Rahul Gandhi tried to visit that place after 20 days. Even then he was not allowed to go there. When he wanted to visit a martyrs family in Haryana, BJP didn't allow him to visit there. Why are they so scared about Rahul Gandhi going and visiting the grieving families? That is the whole point. Why it is not an one-off opportunity. He has been going to every place. He has toured the entire Uttar Pradesh.
Sir, but the question is that is visiting 1 or 2 days enough for the Congress has a larger plan for the farmers?
But there's a tragedy tourism. But you just go and do a tragedy tourism. What are they after?
Mr. R.P. Singh, let him respond, then I'll come to you, sir. I'll give you enough time to respond. Mr. R.P. Singh, let him complete. I'll come to you, sir, then you can easily respond to him.
Let me complete.
Go ahead, quickly, sir.
Mr. R.P. Singh, you can have your time. Let me complete. See, and then Mr. R.P. Singh, and then
Mr. Hussain, go ahead. Mr. Hussain, go ahead. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
And then Mr. R.P. Singh was also mentioning, Then Mr. R.P. Singh was also mentioning that why Mr. Rahul Gandhi is going, nobody else had done it already. Should I remind him that when 26/11 was still happening and it was still going on, Mr. Modi, the Chief Minister,
I am requesting you, can you answer the question that I asked rather than getting into this tutu meme with the BJP? Does the Congress have a proper plan? Do you have a larger plan? Or is it just about these one-off visits?
No, see, the Congress has always stood with the farmers. In this regime of Mr. Narendra Modi, it went all across the country. It all went across the country to stop the land acquisition bill of the union government. We stopped the land acquisition bill of the union government. We went all along in the Uttar Pradesh and saw that the loan waiver was done. We are there with the farmers.
I've given you enough time. Let me now get Mr. R.P. Singh in at this point of time. And before I do that, it is the Swaminathan report that has been lying for more than 10 years. Both the BJP and the Congress has not done anything on that as well. So nobody, in fact, in this game can claim any higher political point. But Mr. Singh, I would, before you get into this again, a responsive tutu meme with the Congress spokesperson, can you tell the people of this country that the agriculture minister of this country, when he was asked a question that there have been 5 farmers who have been shot dead by the police in protest in Madhya Pradesh, shouldn't you be talking to the chief minister or shouldn't you be there? He said, I'm busy doing yoga. Does that reflect good on the Modi government, sir?
So that program of Radha Mohan Ji was decided much in advance.
But is it important in the lives of 5 farmers, sir? A yoga program more important than lives of 5 farmers, sir?
Sir, please. And also the agriculture, the law and order is the issue of the local government. Law and order is the issue of the local government. And local government is in control of the situation. They are doing whatever they can do to ensure that there's a peace in the state and the agitation is taken care. So it's a local government issue. It's not Radha Mohan Ji is going to come and give order to
Mr. R.P. Singh, come on, sir. If this would have been the case, then everything that happens in this country, every terror attack would be having the question of the local government, right? The Home Minister was at 26/11, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, was in fact taken high-handedly because of his insensitive behavior. It's the agriculture minister of the country. Farmers not only in Madhya Pradesh but Maharashtra and other states are also on the street demanding their rights. And rather than trying to get a cohesive formula or a policy done, your agriculture minister is doing yoga.
So Shivraj Singh Chauhan's government has taken care of it and has accepted all the demands of farmers.
Why does it take for the farmers, Mr. R.P. Singh, to come onto the road? That's the biggest question.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you. No, hear me out. I'll tell you the why. I'll tell you the why also. Because there are people like Jitu Patwari, who's the MLA of Congress, who led this agitation, who instigated this agitation. The MLA of Congress, Jitu Patwari, who instigated this agitation. There's already a deal which is stuck with.
Don't speak nonsense here.
Okay.
Sir, who is speaking nonsense? You are speaking nonsense. I'm telling you truth. It's on record.
Yourself and your government.
Sir, it's on record. What I talk about is on record.
Then put that Congress MLA behind bars. If he's instigating a crowd, then put that Congress MLA behind bars rather than making and doing bizarre things on air. Let me now go across to my colleague Preeti Chaudhary just to get a sense of Preeti, this tutu Mehmet that we see of the BJP in the Congress, then that's the usual. Every time the issues of farmers are taken up or any other issue is taken up, it gets lost into this verbal tirade between both the ruling parties where nobody talks about the issues at hand and what should be done as a larger picture. While farmers are demanding, better prices, they are demanding better facilities, they are demanding more compensation. In all this, is that enough? Or is it just a knee-jerk measure as of now?
Well, where politicians are concerned, Ankit, of course, it's political capital which has been made right now. You saw what happened with Rahul Gandhi's visit. But when you look at it on the other hand, just compensation is not enough. India Today has covered this extensively. You and I both know multiple issues, right from, say, let's even go back to 1960s. That is initially where the entire issue started. The Swaminathan report has been lying for decades now. Nobody has gone back to it. But when it comes to opportunism at the cost of our farmers, that is prime.
Thank you so much, Preeti, for getting us the inputs through the day and getting us a comprehensive report from the ground. I'm completely out of time. I also thank Mr. R.P. Singh and Mr. Nadis Siddiqui Hussain, in fact, for joining us and giving their perspective and their views of their respective parties on this. Well, this is a story that we'll be tracking extremely closely. Farmers all across the country are agitated, and it's not because of any reason. It's the political apathy that has got them.